Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Evie Eddington with The Path to Balance, and today I wanted to show you how to make onion rings, dehydrated onion rings. They're delicious, they're nutritious, and they're actually not cooked. They're dehydrated at 105 degrees, so this means they're also a living food. They make a great snack. You can put them on party trays, or you can just snack on them whenever you want. Top them on, or put them on top of salads to give it a little crunch. And anyway, so I wanted to show you what you need to do in order to make them. Now, there are some things you will need in order to do that. So first of all, you're going to need some fermented quinoa. So this is going to be the base of our batter. Now, if you don't have fermented quinoa, that's okay. You can just use regular quinoa and you would just rinse it really well. My quinoa is fermented, so I'm not going to rinse it. It's already been soaked and fermented. We need some onions that we've thin sliced, right? And so these are onions that I've thin sliced. And then we need some tomato powder. If you don't have tomato powder, just use 1 or 2 real tomatoes. And so I have 3 tablespoons of tomato powder. And then we will need a little chipotle powder. These are chipotle chilies, so it's not powdered, but I'm gonna use just a smidge just to give the batter a little bit of bite. And then we are going to use some Mexican this is a frontier spice called Mexican seasoning, or you could use a taco seasoning. Then we will also use about a half a cup to a cup of Rejuvelac. Now, if you don't have Rejuvelac, that's okay. Just maybe use a little lemon juice with water, or you could use maybe some apple cider vinegar, like 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and water, just to give a little bit of acid. So we get that nice tartness to the onions. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cup of my quinoa and add it to my blender. And it's not an exact measurement, so just do your best, right? I'm gonna use all of it because I don't want to just leave a little bit of quinoa behind doing nothing, and quinoa that probably won't ever get used. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this. I'm gonna put a little Rejuvelac in here just to get it off the sides. We're gonna add Rejuvelac anyway, so yeah, boom. And then I'm going to add all of my tomato powder. That's 3 tablespoons. I'm going to add, I don't have a lot of Mexican seasoning left in this little container, so I'm just gonna add it all as well, which is probably, let me go ahead and measure it for those of you who like that. So it looks like it's about a tablespoon and 3/4, so almost 2 tablespoons of that. You could add, so just add 2 tablespoons or so, right? And then I told you I was gonna add just a smidge, so I'm gonna stick the tip of this little spoon in here. That's about a little over 1/4 of a teaspoon of chipotle chilies, dried. And then we're going to blend it. Now, I said that I would add some Rejuvelac, but one of the things that I notice is that there's a lot of liquid in here, so I don't really want to add any more. I think that I have enough liquid because my fermented quinoa was also liquidy, that I should be fine. So let's blend it. One thing that I notice is that it's not blending very well. So I am gonna go ahead and add my quinoa, and I'm just gonna add the rest of it. I want the batter to be thick. I don't really want it to be runny, so I'm hoping that I didn't overdo it. Anyway, let's try again. This looks amazing. So it looks the perfect consistency. So you can see in here, it's not too runny. It's a little bit thick. I'm gonna pull my onions over so you can see as I pour it out, it's thick. It's the perfect consistency. Now I am not going to use all of it. I'm just going to put this aside and I'm going to mix using my hands. So you may want to wash your hands first. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we'll go ahead and mix all of this batter in here. Yum. It looks amazing. I'm gonna taste it. Oh yes, it's very, very good. Now it looks like all of my onions are very well coated. I'm gonna have another one because it is good. I'm gonna rinse my hands. What I'm doing here. And then I'm gonna get my tray. I didn't get it out before I started the video, making the video, so boo hiss. But anyway, let me go do that. I mean, technically the hard part's done. So all we gotta do is put these on our dehydrator trays. Let me go get mine. You hear all that banging around. And then I'm gonna go ahead and maybe put about half of these on my dehydrator tray. I might be able to get them all. I'm gonna spread them out. These look amazing. They're going to taste good too, I'm sure. So I may be able to get a few more on here. And we can dehydrate them. Well, I'm going to dehydrate them at about 110 degrees. You can put your dehydrator at 105 if you want to be safe. You can do just under, you want to make sure that you're under 118 degrees. So if you want to keep your food alive, right? Because enzymes begin to die at 118 degrees. So we're just going to stay right below that. And then we can dehydrate for about 16 to 20 hours. That should be plenty of time. Hang on, I gotta rinse my hands again. That should be plenty of time to get them nice and dry. If you check them and they're not dry, just try again. Just leave them in for another couple of hours or so. Anyway, here they are, and they're gonna go into the dehydrator. So anyway, good luck and making your own dehydrated onion rings at home. If you want to know how to make Rejuvelac or fermented quinoa, just go to my video on making quinoa Rejuvelac and you'll find everything you need to know. If you're curious about what I'm going to do with this, well, I'm glad you asked. Because I'm going to add more Rejuvelac and make Tex-Mex dressing with it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.